Hi, this is Claire Pedrick, just talking you through applying for accreditation as a coach. First of all, go to the ICF website, which is coachfederation.org. What you want to do then is you want to press individual credentialing and associate certified coach, because that's the credential that you're going for. What you'll be doing is applying for the ACC portfolio path here on the right hand side. So for ACC, what you need is 60 hours of coach specific training with what they call robust documentation. So 48 hours of those must be face to face or voice to voice. So you can count any of the work that you've done with us in the training room or in the Zoom training room online. And it needs to be around the ICF core competencies. If you've done mentor coaching with us, then that leaves you space to count the masterclasses recordings as what they would call asynchronous hours, which gives you a good amount of training hours available. So they also need what they call robust documentation, and we will send you, when you're ready to apply, a link to a Dropbox where you can get electronic copies of our handouts, which you can use to submit to the ICF. We do get asked quite a lot why we're not registered as an accredited coach training program with the ICF, and the reason for that is that we have an ethical belief, really, that we shouldn't be accrediting our own students, and that's what's really important, is that you are heard to coach by somebody who isn't in 3D, and that they give an indication of whether or not they believe that you are coaching at the ACC standards, although we really hope you're coaching at the PCC, of course. So you need 60 hours of coach specific training. So we've got that. The next thing you need is 10 hours of mentor coaching. And most people that we work with have got that with us. And the minimum amount of one-to-ones is they expect you to have 3 hours minimum of one-to-ones and 7 hours of group work in a group of not more than 10 participants. In fact, we wouldn't have more than 6 in a group, because we think that you need really good input from our coaches. So you'll probably have been mentored by Perinell or by Claire Norman or by myself. And all you need to do is to name the mentor coach, put in our email address and our credential with the start and end date of the mentoring relationship and the number of hours that you've done that. So you don't need any paperwork from us, and it needs to have gone over a period of 3 months, and that's all you need for the mentor coaching. So the next bit that you need to do is here. You need your coaching log. At least 25 of the coaching hours must have happened within the last 18 months. But you know, if you're working as a coach now, or if you're coaching at work, that's going to have happened. You need a sign-off in order to be able to provide client information, because of the ethics. They say you must obtain consent from each client to list their information on the coaching log. And if you just ping us an email, we can give you a sign-off that we put in the footer of all our emails when we book coaching conversations. And you can easily borrow that, which means that from now on, anyone that you see will happily have their name in your log. There's a template here, look, coaching log template. They recommend that you use this to track and document your coaching hours, and you can download that here. Let's do that so you can see it. So here it is. Here's the coaching log. You just need to have the name, their contact information, whether it's an individual or a group. If it's a group, you need each person's name, start date, end date, whether it was paid or whether it was pro bono. So if you're coaching at work, then it is paid hours. So let's just go back to the ICF website. And so here we are on the ICF website. That's all you need to know, I think. But if you can read through that section under experience requirements, which is useful if you want to find out more information. So the next bit you need is a performance evaluation. So for this, you need a recording which they say needs to be between 20 and 60 minutes. So we recommend that it's between 22 and 59. Otherwise, there's a risk that you run over. And you need to do an audio file, not a video file. And that's really important to make sure that that's true. If you've used Zoom, you can get things off Zoom that are audio or video. And we will listen to the recording with you before you send it off. So it just needs to be you at your best. Don't worry if you don't demonstrate every single competency in your recording. What's most important is that you demonstrate most of them, and just know that the ethics one, they don't look for ethics unless you break the code of ethics. Otherwise, it's not a problem. So they will also want you to do a transcript of that recording. And the reason for that is it gives a much better insight into what's going on, and it's a very useful thing to do. And you can use an app or use, if you go to eAcademy, you can find people who will do transcription. If you notice here, Transcribe Me, you get a 15% discount if you use them. So you've got various options about the transcript, but we don't recommend that you do the transcript until you're sure which recording you're going to be submitting to make sure that does what it needs to do. So that's the transcript. And then the final piece is the coach knowledge assessment. So here you've got a video information about the coach knowledge assessment, which you can watch and which will give you the information that you need. Basically, they're trying to find out whether you're really coaching. Our recommendation would be that you have a jolly good look at the ICF Code of Ethics and that you also really think about the competencies before you do the coach knowledge assessment. And we would be confident that you would pass that. And it's not a school exam, it's just checking that you're doing coaching and not something else. So that's the information that you need about the coach knowledge assessment. And that's all you need to do to be able to go for the ICF Associate Certified Coach Credential. And once you've got all that stuff, you just go to you go here and you purchase the application. And it's very simple. There's a sample that I'm just going to show you. And it just wants your contact details. And then there are some sign-off things about ethics. You list your coach training here. Is it accredited? If you've done it with 3D, the answer to that is no. The name of the training organisation is 3D Coaching. We will very happily issue you with one certificate to cover all the training that you've done with us, which you'll upload here. Enter the date which you began your coach-specific training. Then you need verification. So you need 3D Coaching here and the training program name, which will be 3D Coaching Training. Our address, which is 121 Devonshire Business Centre, Letchworth Garden City, SG6 1GJ UK. And our website is www.3dcoaching.com. Then you need the training hours and the content. So how many are synchronous? So that's how many hours were live in the room and how many were asynchronous. If you've done training with us, you'll only have 11 asynchronous hours, which will come from the master classes. And the rest will have been in real time. That's what synchronous means. It says, do we teach a definition of coaching in alignment with and not contrary to the ICF? The answer is yes. They define coaching as partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal professional potential. So yes, we did do that, setting the foundation, Did we address setting the foundation? Yes, we did, because that's about the contract and it's about ethics, and we will have spent a lot of time on that. Then it says, did we work around co-creating the relationship around trust and intimacy and presence? And of course, that's something that we spend a significant amount of time focusing on. So you can tick yes for that. Communicating effectively, that's about powerful questions, active listening, challenge, moving. So we've certainly, yes, we can tick that one. Facilitating learning and results. Yes, you can tick that, because that's about action and endings and moving forward. Then it asks you about coaching practice. Were you given the opportunity to practice and receive feedback from a faculty member? You were, because you will have been in small groups in various parts of our training program, for example, on transforming conversations, or on the ACC practicum, or in other places where we're giving you an opportunity to practice coaching with us in the room and where you get feedback. Supporting documents, they want an outline that summarizes the names of classes and the time allowed for presentation, and that will be available on our website. They want to have the student materials, which you can upload again from the website, and we will give you access to that when you get to press the button. If you've got any other non-approved training, if you've got any other coach training from other providers, this is where you put it. You click yes here. Then your log, you attach your log here, your client log. And if you've done internal coaching, you upload a statement here that says that internal coaching is part of your role. Then your mentor coach, your coach's name, their email address, their credential. So Claire Norman and Perinal Barnes are PCC, and I'm MCC. Number of hours completed, so that will probably be 10 when you started and when you ended. And if you've had mentoring from more than one of us, then here's an opportunity to write the other one in there. So if you've had some gaps in your mentoring and you've caught up with someone who's not your main mentor, you can add that in here. Indicate which language you'd like them to do your recording in. Then you need a client release, so you need to make sure that you've got permission from your person to submit your recording to them. So you tick here to say that your person has given you explicit permission to submit the recording of the coaching that you did with them. You then upload your recording here, choose file. Must be an MP3 or a WMA, and it must not exceed 60 minutes. We really recommend 30-minute sessions. Then you need to get your transcript and choose file, you upload it here. One of the things that we recommend is that you actually create a folder in your computer where you put all the things that you need, and then you can upload them really quickly and really easily from here. Coach knowledge assessment, choose which language you'd like to do it in. Click submit. Then it will go to the ICF and you'll get a confirmation and an estimate of how long it will take to review. And that's all you need to know. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to give us a ring in the office, 01462 483 798, or email Claire, CLAIRE, at 3dcoaching.com. And we'd be really happy to have a chat to answer any of your questions. But it is much easier than it feels. So don't be shy, go ahead. I know that for many people who are thinking about accreditation, there's a kind of anxiety about the process, but I hope that this little recording has given you a sense of actually it's much more straightforward than you think. So enjoy, and we look forward to celebrating your credential with you. Bye.